insert generic greeting here. Hey guys, today we will be talking about nail polish. And first of all, if you don't want to hear about my whole intro and relation with nail polish and stuff, I'm gonna leave timestamps in the description so you can just skip ahead to where you want to be. But if you're not skipping ahead, then hi! I don't even know where to start, but 2021 has been a year of changes for me. Starting with suddenly dyeing my hair, which isn't a thing I ever really considered before. And then I suddenly got into nail polish and eyeshadow from one day to another. I think that happened like late February, early March, I'm not sure exactly anymore. And I originally wanted to do that as a sort of protest against gender roles, because I think it's inherently stupid that we categorize makeup as being feminine. Like, that's just bullshit. I didn't ever see myself getting into it though. And then I got into it. And it started with me buying one palette and 2 nail polishes. Now I have over a dozen nail polishes and multiple palettes and a shit ton of brushes. So that's a thing now. And if you're a long-time viewer of the channel, you probably have noticed that I started to slowly integrate it into my videos and into my looks. I didn't ever really speak about it or address it in any way, but I also don't think that's necessary. It just was natural the way it was. I did make a video where I did do some rainbow eyeshadow, and I would recommend you to watch that video after this one, because it's honestly a really fun video. I'm gonna link it above. But yeah, there's that. And then a couple of weeks ago, a friend of mine started talking about Holo, which is the nail polish line from Simply Nailogical, who is a content creator on YouTube that is really funny and has a really amazing personality, honestly. And I knew about her before, but I never really gave her nail polish line an afterthought. And honestly, with the knowledge I now have, I'm glad I didn't, because I would have spent way too much money. Given that her nail polish usually averages about $13 to $14, and while I understand why it's that price, and I'm not throwing any shade whatsoever, that is just not in the range of money I can spend as a student who doesn't even work right now. So naturally, I decided to buy some. And because the delivery price and taxes and customs would be so expensive if you buy them while being in Europe, I got a lot of my friends and acquaintances together to sort of do a group order. And we ended up ordering nail polish for over $300. Which is not a thing I ever saw myself saying in my lifetime. But that's the reality I live in now. And that's the package I have of that. It took a while to arrive. I don't think I like FedEx with the way they deliver stuff and with the way they notify you. But that's a different issue and has nothing to do with the nail polish, so I'm just gonna leave that at that. Alright, so let's start to cut this one open. Again, if you're a long-time viewer, you are used to this knife. Don't worry, I've never hurt myself so far. This might be the first video where I hurt myself with this knife. Oh, they all come in separate boxes. That I didn't expect. Like, I kind of thought the nail polish would just be in here. But no, there's like all these tiny boxes. It's almost like you ordered a beauty subscription or something. Which is really cool for storage, honestly. You know what I'm wondering about? When we ordered, the collection box shouldn't have been sold out yet, right? Because my friend ordered a full collection and I don't think there's a collection box in there. I don't think she will be very happy about that. So, again, we ordered like as a big group of people, so I don't even know in which of these boxes mine are. And there's no description, so I'm just gonna go randomly through them to figure out what is what. I mean, I find it really nice that they all come in these little storage containers, because if you don't have any place to store your nail polish, well, I guess now you do. Okay, first of all, this is what these boxes look like from the inside. Just look how fancy they look like from the inside, especially when you come a bit closer with them. I really, really like this packaging. I'm very, very happy about this already, to be honest. Alright, so we just spent a couple minutes counting and, you know, resorting all the nail polishes. The collector's box is definitely lacking and I have to contact customer service about that, but I'm pretty sure we will find a solution, so it's not really too relevant right now. And I made my own box where I put all the ones that I ordered in, which I first of all just have to point out again, this is the coolest packaging I ever had for anything. Like, I love this so much. And it's not even a collector's box, it's just like, you know, her standard boxes, and they're still beautiful anyway. So I'm gonna just start opening these and show them and what they look like. This is the first one. This is Electrostatic, which comes from the new collection, which I'm not exactly sure what was called. Something electric, something charged. I don't know exactly. But this was the very reason I decided to actually buy from Christine, because this is such a beautiful color. Holy shit. I never thought about black being able to look like that. And I do remember she even made a video where she talked about it being very difficult to make like a holo black, but she nailed it. Second, we have Purple with Envy. I originally thought about just buying, you know, multiple shades from the new collection, but then I looked into the polychromatic ones, like the ones that shift between colors when you put them on, and oh my god. There's even one I was more into called Mischief, but that one was sadly sold out, so if I ever order again from Holo Taco, I will buy that as well. And like, even the standard purple of this is so beautiful. I love it so much. Then we have one from the Rainbow Pastels collection, I think it was called, which is called Lemon Spritzer. And first of all, I'm lemon, so how can I not buy this? I have to own this immediately. And also, I wear a lot of like, you know, golden, yellowish eyeshadow. So I felt like this would go very well with a lot of my standard looks. And then last but not least, we have Peach Tea, which also is from the Rainbow Pastels collection. I honestly would love to buy the whole Rainbow Pastels collection, I just don't have the money right now. But these are the two shades I love the most from it. And again, this would also go very, very well with my standard makeup. So, all of them being shown, what I'm gonna use today is the two Rainbow Pastels for one hand, and then Purple with Envy for the other hand. The Electrostatic, the black one, I'm gonna use for the video I want to make with my friend about the new collection. In case the collector's box arrives, which I hope we'll find a solution for that. So I'm not gonna do that right now, especially because I feel like it would just be a bit overloaded together with these colors, which is already, you know, a bold idea to combine orange and yellow with purple, but we'll see how that will go. I'm pretty sure it will actually look pretty good, so let's get into that. Also, I didn't get her base or top coat simply because, again, I don't really have the funds for that. And I could have gotten them, but then I could have gotten less shades of nail polish, and I feel like that defeats the point. So I just am gonna use my $2 drugstore ones. Which I did originally when I got into eyeshadow, buy like a whole thing for storing makeup, and it's literally just full of nail polish. I'm not even sure how well you're seeing that, but there's a lot in here. And I'm just gonna get my base coat and my top coat. Alright, so let's start with the base coat. I honestly don't know what to talk about while doing makeup. That's also an issue I ran into when I did the whole eyeshadow video. So I'm not sure how much of this is gonna be in the video, to be honest, because I haven't really been long enough in like any sort of beauty scene to have any idea of what I'm doing here, or how this kind of content works. So there's that. One of the funniest things to me lately is sometimes while I have like my university classes online, I will start doing my nail polish while I have my class, and I still have my camera on. I'm not sure if my teachers never noticed or if they just don't care. But imagine sitting in university and somebody's just doing their nail polish while they're supposed to like listen and participate in like some discussion. It's just so funny to me from a principal. My left hand is dry now, hopefully, I'm not 100% sure. But I'm gonna use that opportunity to also put the base coat on the right hand, so we're at least done with that step, because that's the step I actually kind of hate the most. Because I frankly never know how much base coat is too little or too much base coat. I think they look kind of okay. There's like still color residue from my last coloring on there, so my nails don't look the most beautiful right now, I'm sorry for that, but like, Alright, so we're gonna start with my left hand, and I decided that for the left hand I'm gonna go with the purple with Envy. Simply because I feel like with the polychromatic ones, mistakes are probably gonna be more obvious. Realizing I should have opened these before putting any kind of coat on it. Alright, so I'm excited for what this will look like. Also excited to embarrass myself with applying it. Oh, that's a very different brush. Interesting. That's a lot more round than what I usually use. Okay, that's way too little. I'm not sure if I'm doing something wrong, but something feels off about the applying right now. Might need a second layer, I'm not exactly sure, I don't remember. This one is supposed to be 2-layered, but I feel like it is. The only other explanation I currently have is that my base coat is not as dry as I thought it would be. Okay, this one worked really well. I don't see the polychromaticness yet, but maybe that needs to dry first. Okay, honestly, oh my god. Oh my freaking god. It's not really properly applied yet, so let's not think about that, but even then, it already looks freaking amazing. Holy shit. Like even in places where it looked way too thin a second ago, it now looks like I just completely applied it correctly, at least to me. Also, like, how do you show up a hand properly? So that's good. So now I'm just waiting for it to dry, which is gonna take a second again. I honestly have no idea how long we waited now, probably at least 10 minutes. I'm always very, very anxious about, you know, applying the top coat too early and ruining the nail polish. I also don't have much to say right now because I need to concentrate on not messing everything up. I'm not really sure it changed much, but I also don't think the top coat I use is as shiny as Christine's would be. But at the same time, I think it looks really, really nice. I'm really curious how it will look like once it's completely dried down. Alright, and now let's go to the purple pastels. I'm gonna start with the gold yellow lemon spritzer one, which we have here again. I'm very curious how this will look like, honestly. I'm not even sure, are you supposed to shake these? I didn't even shake the other one. I mean, it didn't seem to make a problem, but like, I'm used to shaking my eyeshadow. Yeah, I'm used to shaking my eyeshadow, that makes perfect sense. I'm used to shaking my nail polish, but like, didn't think of that this time for some reason. Don't shake your eyeshadow. It just looks fancy immediately because of the kind of yellow it is. Okay, this is just because it's from my left hand, but this feels immediately so much harder to apply, seriously. For some reason, I mean, you know, the collection is called Pastel Rainbow, so you should expect it to be pastel, but for some reason from all the pictures I've seen, I just looked at it as being relatively vibrant and, you know, strong of a color. Whereas pastel is obviously not the strongest of colors. Pastel is not a color, what am I saying? It's very awkward to show these two fingers specifically, but like, I'm honestly at this point not 100% sure if you need a second coat. I probably will apply that, but like, I do have to get the whole Pastel Rainbow collection because doing a rainbow complete hands look with this would look amazing, honestly. I already know that. God, why don't I have more money? I just want to buy all of them now. And now we're gonna continue with the peach tea one. A lot of the time, I start applying it and it immediately looks like it's not really covering. But then I wait a second and suddenly it's covered. Like, I'm not sure if it's becoming more colorful just with time. I don't know how to describe this, it's very odd, but like, it's working, so. I'm pretty sure the shop tells you to layer a lot of these that I used today twice, but like, honestly, this looks like full coverage to me. Alright, so now I'm gonna apply the top coat to my second hand. While the camera was not running, I looked at my phone and I already kind of ruined one of the fingers. I mean, I somewhat repaired it, but like, you know, closing the top coat without touching my fingers is fun. But, I mean, it's still wet, but like, this is what the full hand looks like. Again, it's kind of weird to show 5 fingers. I'm not sure how people do that, or if my thumb is just weird, but... Alright, so my look is basically done. I honestly love all 3 of these colors, and I kind of love how the purple and the gold and copper orange, whatever you want to call it, kind of antagonize each other. Like, I think it works together really well, honestly. And I can't even promise to myself that I won't end up spending all my money at Holo Taco at this point, because this is definitely the most amazing nail polish I own so far. I'm happy about this experience, and again, there's probably eventually gonna come another video about a new collection. Stay tuned for that if you want to. Other than that, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment down below anything you want to comment down below, and if you enjoy videos like this one, or travel vlogs, story times, candy tastings, cooking videos, hauls, unboxings, social commentary, urban exploring, or honestly just anything because I do way too many genres, I would advise you to go check out the rest of my channel. See if there's more content you'd enjoy, and if there is, maybe subscribe and stay up to date with everything I'm gonna do in the future. If you want to support me financially, Ko-fi and Patreon in the description, the same as my Discord server and anything else you might want to find. And with all of that being said, hopefully see you around next time. Bye!